Ancient history is full of secrets, from lost civilizations to mysterious artifacts. Some puzzles have never been solved, but the last mystery on this list will blow your mind. Stay until the end to uncover the biggest enigma of all time. First mystery, Atlantis. Atlantis, was it real or just a myth? First described by the Greek philosopher Plato over 2,000 years ago, Atlantis was said to be an advanced civilization that mysteriously vanished beneath the ocean. But what exactly did Plato write? In his works Timaeus and Critias, Plato described Atlantis as a powerful empire beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. He wrote that Atlantis had grand temples, golden statues, and a vast navy that threatened the known world. But in just one day and one night, a massive earthquake and flood swallowed the island, never to be seen again. But was Atlantis a real place or just a metaphor? Some historians believe the legend was inspired by the Minoan civilization, which thrived on the islands of Crete and Santorini. Around 1600 BC, a massive volcanic eruption on Santorini caused a tsunami that may have wiped out much of the Minoan culture, similar to Plato's tale. Other theories suggest Atlantis could have been in the Caribbean, Antarctica, or even near Japan, where mysterious underwater ruins have been found. And then there's the possibility that Atlantis was never real at all. Many scholars argue that Plato invented the story as an allegory, warning about the dangers of greed and corruption. So what do you think? Was Atlantis a real lost civilization or just a legend? Let us know in the comments. Second mystery, the Nazca Lines. In the deserts of Peru, enormous ancient geoglyphs, known as the Nazca Lines, stretch across the ground. These massive shapes, some over 200 meters long, include animals, plants, and strange geometric patterns. But the big question is, why were they created? The Nazca civilization flourished between 200 BC and 600 AD, but without modern tools or aerial views. How did they design such precise and massive figures? Some experts believe the lines were sacred symbols used for religious ceremonies, perhaps to honor the gods of the sky. Others suggest they may have been an astronomical calendar, aligning with solstices and celestial events. But the most controversial theory, some believe the lines were created as landing strips for extraterrestrial visitors. Eric von Däniken, a famous author on ancient aliens, claims the Nazca Lines resemble modern airport runways. Were these massive drawings a message to the gods, a complex calendar, or something else entirely? Let us know what you think. Mystery 3, the Pyramids of Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza has stood for over 4,500 years, but its construction remains one of history's biggest puzzles. How did the ancient Egyptians move millions of limestone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, without modern tools? One theory suggests they used massive ramps, but building a ramp long enough and stable enough for such heavy stones would require more materials than the pyramid itself. Another theory, supported by recent discoveries, suggests they poured soft limestone into molds, essentially creating an early form of concrete. And then there are the more mysterious explanations. Some believe the ancient Egyptians had access to lost technology, or even extraterrestrial assistance. What do you think? Could the pyramids be proof of ancient engineering genius, or something even stranger? Mystery 4, Antikythera Mechanism. In the year 1901, divers exploring an ancient shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera discovered something completely unexpected, a complex corroded bronze device unlike anything seen before. This mysterious artifact, now known as the Antikythera Mechanism, has baffled historians for over a century. But what exactly is it? Scientists now believe the Antikythera Mechanism was the world's first analog computer, built more than 2,000 years ago during the time of the ancient Greeks. It consists of more than 30 intricate gears and was capable of calculating astronomical positions, predicting eclipses, and even tracking the four-year cycle of the Olympic Games. What makes it even more astonishing is that no other device like it was found from the same time period. In fact, technology of this complexity did not appear again until over 1,400 years later, with medieval astronomical clocks. How did the ancient Greeks develop such advanced knowledge of engineering? Some believe it was the work of a genius like Archimedes. Others speculate that similar devices existed but were lost to history. The biggest mystery remains, was this a one-of-a-kind invention, Or did an entire branch of ancient technology vanish without a trace? Could there be even more advanced ancient machines waiting to be discovered? Mystery 5. The Tomb of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, the legendary warrior king who conquered much of the known world, died in 323 BC. But while his empire stretched from Greece to India, one great mystery remains. Where is his final resting place? Ancient sources suggest that Alexander's body was placed in a magnificent golden sarcophagus and transported to the Egyptian city of Memphis, and later moved to Alexandria, the city he founded. Historical records state that his tomb was a grand shrine visited by emperors and kings. The Roman Emperor Augustus is said to have visited Alexander's tomb in the 1st century BC and even laid flowers upon it. However, by the time of the 4th century AD, the tomb's exact location was lost to history. What happened to it? Some historians believe it lies beneath modern-day Alexandria, buried under centuries of development. Others suggest it could be in Siwa, Egypt, where Alexander was declared a god by the oracle of Amun. Another theory places it in Greece, in his father's royal tomb complex in Vergina. If the tomb of Alexander the Great is ever discovered, it could be one of the greatest archaeological finds in history. Could it still be out there, hidden beneath layers of time? What do you think? Will we ever uncover the final resting place of one of history's greatest conquerors? Which of these ancient mysteries fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more historical mysteries.